Despite NATO's warning, Russian MiG-31 fighter jets violated Estonian airspace on Friday, ignoring NATO signals and testing the alliance's response capabilities, the Estonian military said.
NATO air policing was doing a good job, and also they were signaling to the Russian pilots that they should change their course. And so far there was no reaction from the Russian pilots. So we can say that at least some of the flight path was intentional, and they must have known that they were in Estonian airspace.
The 12-minute Russian incursion near Vaindloo Island, Estonia's fourth this year, has sparked an emergency UN Security Council meeting, the first in 34 years. Russian pilots ignored Italian fighter warnings in what Estonia calls a Kremlin test of NATO. Czech President Petr Pavel warned any aircraft in UN airspace should be shot down. Moscow insists no violation occurred. The Russian Defense Ministry says the MiG-31s were flying from Karelia to Kaliningrad in accordance with international aviation rules, staying over neutral Baltic waters, 3 kilometers from Vaindloo Island. Russia says objective control footage proves it. In response, 2 RAF Eurofighter Typhoons patrolled Polish skies Friday evening, part of NATO's air defense mission. British Defense Secretary John Healey said the operation sends a clear message to Moscow. NATO airspace will be protected. While the UK's Deputy Minister David Lammy said that NATO together can face down Putin.
Well, it's definitely the case that he has imperialist ambitions. We're seeing that on the ground in Ukraine, and if you're in the Baltics, they are very seized with Putin's ambitions, no doubt about that. But it's also the case that combined with 27 countries, of course we can face down Putin. He knows that.
All right.
And I'd want to sort of reassure you that whilst we take this seriously, he understands that he would be up against a very, very serious effort.
Air Marshal Harve Smith, UK Air Force Commander-in-Chief, added the jets remain mobile, integrated, and ready to project aviation power at a distance. The UK also plans to raise defence spending to 2.6% of GDP by 2027. Estonia invoked NATO's Article 4, allowing formal consultations with allies after airspace breaches. Poland did the same following drone incursions, prompting NATO's Eastern Sentry mission to bolster defences along its eastern flank. Czech President Petr Pavel warned that Russia's violations could require NATO to take decisive action, including potentially shooting down aircraft, saying, "Giving in to evil is simply not an option." The Russian jets, tracked by Finnish and Italian fighter jets, flew from Petrozavodsk to Kaliningrad. NATO officials stressed vigilance as Moscow's hybrid tactics and repeated violations continue to test Europe's security and deterrence strategies.